Hi, my name is Deepthi. Today we are going to learn about the assembly of dovetail and dowel pin.
At the end of this demonstration, you will be able to mark dimensions with vernier caliper gauge, file part 1, 2, 3 to size, drill, ream and tap at correct location, counter bore to required depth, assemble part 1, 2, 3 with dowel pins and cheese head screws. Tools required: vernier height gauge, vernier caliper. Equipment required: lathe machine. Materials required: raw material, oil. Before starting job, there are some preliminary checks to be made. Those are as follows. First, check the raw material using steel rule. File the part 1 for the overall size, maintaining parallelism and perpendicularity. File the part 2 for the overall size, maintaining parallelism and perpendicularity. File the part 3 for the overall size, maintaining parallelism and perpendicularity. Once filing all the 3 parts has been completed, then prepare all the parts for the markings. Mark off part 1 with vernier height gauge as per drawing. Mark off part 2 with vernier height gauge as per drawing. Mark off part 3 with vernier height gauge as per drawing. Once you are done with marking off all the parts with vernier, the next step to follow is punching. Punch witness mark in part 1. Punch witness mark in part 2. Punch witness mark in part 3. The raw material has been checked, all the parts have been filed, and then they have been marked with vernier height gauge, and at last they have been punched witness mark. Now, all the preliminary checks have been done, we are good to go. Set all 4 pieces together and clamp them with parallel jaw clamps and check the squareness by using a tri-square. Hold all 4 pieces together with clamps on a drilling machine table. Center drill on part 2 in both the pieces. Remove the center drill from the drill chuck and fix 5.8 mm drill in drilling machine and drill through hole. Ream diameter 6 mm in the drilled hole without disturbing the position of job. Fix diameter 6 mm dowel pin in the reamed hole. Similarly, drill, ream and fix diameter 6 mm the other 3 dowel pins as shown in job drawing. Fix diameter 5 mm drill in drilling machine spindle and drill 2 through holes in the place of cheese head screws assembly to cut M6 internal thread. Disassemble and separate all the parts. Fix counter bore tool and counter bore to the required depth in part 2 to fix cheese head screws. Fix countersink tool and chamfer in both ends of part 1 for tapping hole to cut internal thread. Hold part 1 in bench vise and cut M6 internal thread to fix cheese head screws. Clean the threads without burrs. Finish file in all the parts and deburr in all corners of the job. Reassemble all the parts as shown in job drawing and slide part 3 in the dovetail slot. Apply a little oil and preserve it for evaluation. The two most important things you need for drilling are the drill and the bit. The size of these two tools is directly related to how large the holes you'll be making will be, so it's important to get the right pair for your project. Typically, a corded or cordless drill is used for larger projects, while a smaller handheld drill is good for more detailed work. In addition to the drill and bit, you'll need other accessories such as an Allen key set and a screwdriver if you're installing any fixtures in your home. If you plan on using wood or metal drilling bits, it's important to have sharpening tools such as grindstones so that you can sharpen them when they get dull. Now, let's see how to assemble the parts for positioning and drilling. Assembling technique by using clamps. Clamp all the parts together using parallel blocks. Check the squareness of assembly using tri-square. Hold the assembly in the drilling machine table without disturbing the setting.
Let's have a recap of what we have learned today. We have learned to
mark dimensions with vernier height gauge,
file part 1, 2, 3 to size,
drill, reamer and tap at correct location,
counterbore to required depth, assemble part 1, 2, 3 with dowel pins and cheese head screws. Thus, we have learnt how to assemble dovetail and dowel pin assembly. Hope you have a clear understanding of this. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor.